Hey, good morning. It is January 11th, 2016. Take a look at the risk disclosure, futures trading, substantial risk, not for every investor. Past performance is not indicative of future results. And the hypothetical performance disclaimer. The previous chart examples will not necessarily replicate in the future. The markets are mixed. They're all retracing. And we're just taking a breather from last week. Last week was a huge week. So let's see where we are on the E-mini for this retracement. If you take the previous pivot high, take it down to the current pivot low, you can see that we came just a tick shy of that 50% line. So we're still meandering around here, around the upper VWAP and the pivot point. So there's really no trade yet. I'm not sure if this is going to try to kick back up to that 50% line again, maybe hit the central pivot, or even this previous point of control VWAP area before coming back down. My rule of thumb with the Fibonacci's is if it retraces at the 50% and continues down, we're to take that as a sign that this pivot will likely get hit again, the low pivot, and exceeded at least to 1876. If it extends up to the 61.8 at the current pivot high, then there's a possibility that the low pivot could be exceeded, but not much more after that. So there's a method on these retracements before market consolidates, before taking another flush down. But to me, this just looks like a standard bear flag. So far, not, seeing anything else. I would expect for price to come up and hit this 25%, my river of gold, today. So I'm looking for another touch of that 50% line and get a little bit into this river of gold before selling off. So I'm not going to be in a big hurry to attack shorts just yet. I do have divergence setting up on this top. As you can see, the clear divergence. So I will wait for the open before committing a position. I think it's too premature to jump on a short just yet. I do want to wait for my time frames 60 and 15 to get in line with the weekly daily, and then for directional trade, and then get on board. I can scalp this up into the river of gold if I want to, but realizing these are short-term scalps, nothing that I would trail a stop for. We are going to be opening hopefully inside the previous range. We are above yesterday's close. So that means rotational trading. It just depends on where and how far we're going to get. R1 is sitting at 1940.25. And that's just below, or just above, the 61.8 and the point of control of the composite. So this might be a good attractor for price. And if that's the case, then I would kind of expect this down move to be on the edges of being maybe over for a while we consolidate sideways. Right now, there's no news today. So short-term trading and on your smaller time frame Unirinco, and just waiting for price to get in line with the medium Unirinco direction, and trade net price, open price rule. And try to trade there we go. Try to trade in line with the deviation bands. As you see, this is sort of flat. So we could be bouncing up and down. Right now we're bouncing off the bottom of that 25% level. Do you see how price attracts to that? But I'm kind of leery about getting into a short trade at this moment. That's not to say it can't happen, but so far I'm not really seeing any strong indications that this is coming down because my slope is up and I still have white candles. My 60-minute. We are above the 8 EMA and we're breaking above this, that making it seem like this might be a breakout, but I'm not so sure. So right now we're in retracement mode, and there's not really a trade yet for the E-mini. For crude, it's sort of showing the same sort of price action, sort of sideways choppy, not closing below the 8 EMA, just sort of skirting it, as you see. So the 8 is acting as support on the 60-minute, going flat. So no trade there either. So we will wait, be patient, and watch, and wait for our levels. And I'm sort of looking for this level up here to attract price before it turns around and decides what to do. We did get a good unemployment report, so maybe earnings coming out this week will play more of a pivotal role as those announcements start coming out, the initial indications of which are not very good. Corporate profits have not been stellar, to say the least. They've been lacking. So this might not be the best day to trade, waiting for some news coming out later in the week on employment. We get jolts, I think, tomorrow, so that might be better. So y'all have a great day. Get some things done. Take your short scalps and keep your profits. Keep your powder dry. See you later.